Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get ourselves started here. The first personal reading that we have in the queue here today is 565. 565, you would like to know, is the guy that you are speaking with going to be the guy that you end up with? Alrighty, so with this combination coming forward here, I would say that there is a good chance, but it's not 100%. When we have the energy coming forward here of the Nine of Pentacles, it more so says that there is value in the idea, but it also talks about the energy here more of singlehood. Then it brings forward the idea of togetherness, especially when we have the Seven of Wands, I should say, come forward here as well. The Seven of Wands can be a bit of fighting for something, even though it's not necessarily needing to be fought for, or fighting for something because we are trying to overdo it, right? We're trying to take a step forward in a way that doesn't need to take a step forward. And so when we have this energy come ahead, it says Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. You can see success come forward here, but it's not 110% guarantee. So I would say that you are looking at a possibility of this being somebody that you could end up with long term. But it's not the only person that you could end up being with long term, and it's not like a everything's in concrete that you're going to end up with this person no matter what you do, no matter how you act, no matter what you say, you're just going to end up with this person, right? This is the energy saying that there's value in this connection. So if we keep applying ourselves and keep finding the value in the connection, then you can see success come forward from it. But if we get too far stuck in our ways, or we get too far needing to like make it happen, then you're more so going to find the connection move in its separate ways rather than being together. So I would say that there is a good energy that comes forward here when it comes to this connection, but it's not 110% guarantee that you're going to end up being with this person, forever and ever. It says that if you find and continue to put time, effort, and energy into it, then you can see success come forward from it, but it's not something that is concrete. No matter what you do, you're going to be with this person. This is the energy that says, if you allow yourself to apply yourself to the situation, then you can see good to come forward from it. But it's not 100% concrete. It's like you have to put in the effort in order to see it move forward. And if you continue to put in the effort to move things forward, then you'll find success with this person. So that's what I would say. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings, so the readings start at $5. If anybody is interested in having one here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com, for the $5 Friday readings. Let's go ahead here for, I think maybe I jumped up one. Let me double check. Let's go ahead here for 611. 611, you would like to know thoughts and feelings about yourself during that time. Let us see. All right, so it does seem like they'll be thinking about how they can get some sort of new structure to come forward between the two of you. This Hierophant wants some sort of new patterns, new structure, new opportunities to move ahead. They're wanting trust and security and kind of like this being able to find some sort of routine to come forward between the two of you to build up for a better sense of tomorrow. And it seems like with this Two of Swords energy, they're thinking about how they can get that to come forward and how they can get that to come forward in a way that feels very natural and very free flowing. So this is them being in a place of kind of being a little bit detached emotionally with the Fool energy, not really trying to overly think about things. We're not really trying to tap into the emotions there much at all either, but more so just trying to think about how they can get in some sort of routine or structure or find the value here between the two of you. So I don't really see them connecting too much when it comes to the heart. It seems like they are more so being attached, or I should say detached in that sort of way, um, not really allowing themselves to connect with the heart during the time that they are gone. But this energy is very much in the mind, very much in the mind, thinking about how they can get some sort of direction forward, structure forward, value between the two of you, how there can be sort of a natural direction here to move forward. So really just thinking about connecting with you, but not really having any expectations as to how something needs to flow or what something needs to look like. It's more so just in the space here of saying, okay, I would like to connect. I'd like to be able to see something happen here. And so I'm going to just kind of put my focus on how can we get this natural direction to come ahead? How can we get this natural flow to come forward here? How can we have an opportunity for success in a different way, but not really being in a place of needing to make something happen, instead just kind of being in a place of like a flow state of mind. So that's what I see them coming forward here as, really just thinking about connecting, but kind of in a detached way and not really being too strongly in their emotions, because again, we are shifting to the Two of Swords of the mind, and shifting away from the heart with the idea of the Fool coming forward in more of a free-flowing, detached manner. So really just thinking about connecting is what I would say. Again, if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, we are doing the $5 Friday reading. So each reading starts at $5. TemperanceandSage.com for the $5 Friday readings. If you'd like to have a personal reading here today, again, the $5 Friday readings, each reading starts at $5. So let's go ahead here with 612. 612, you'd like to know the possibility of reconciliation with your ex. Let us see. So we have the Six of Swords coming forward here. This Six of Swords is a very interesting Six of Swords because it has the Hermit on the card. And with the Hermit being on the card, this can say the more we are working on self, the more opportunity that we have to move past any sort of troubling energy between the two of you, any sort of difficulties in communication or structure or mindset, and we have the opportunity to move forward towards something that's a little bit more stable. So this is kind of like a conditional message from Spirit saying, if we take the time to work on ourselves, if we take the time to focus on ourselves, then we will see the opportunity of reconciliation to come forward. If we do not take the time to focus on ourselves and we're focused on the other person and we're focused on trying to get this back and we just kind of make that be the thing that consumes us, then we'll more so find the other person go in an opposite direction rather than working, to get to the end point together. So based on this combination here, I would say that there's a very strong high possibility, looking at like 80 to 100, if you work on yourself, right? If you don't focus on this person and you just focus on what you need to do for you to make yourself move forward in a way that works for you, right? If you're there in that self-focused energy, then you will be able to see reconciliation come forward. If you're focused on them, everything else around the connection, then you're going to have a really hard time getting this to come ahead, and it's just going to be incredibly challenging. So based on this combination here, as long as you're focused on yourself, you'll be able to see it come forward, and you'll see around like the 80th percentage when it comes to moving ahead. But again, if you're going to be kind of hyper focused on them, that's where you're going to see the troubling time in getting the reconciliation to come forward there. So that's what I would say. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday reading, so each reading starts at $5 here today. So if you'd like to have a personal reading done on the live, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com, for the $5 Friday readings. We currently don't have anybody in the queue, so if you'd like to have a personal reading here today, check it out. temperanceandsage.com, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and dive into 613. 613, you'd like a love reading for the following week. Let us see. All right. So, something to note with this Ten of Swords is that it's not actually like your average Ten of Swords. Your traditional Ten of Swords has the person's swords in their back, whereas this Ten of Swords comes forward in a space that is more of like a self-sabotage nature, right? We're seeing the swords in our line of view rather than it being something that's blindsiding. And so, with this style of combination coming forward here, it seems like there's somebody wanting to connect with you in love. We have the King of Cups, Page of Cups energy. There's a loving, caring, nurturing energy that's trying to come forward here, but we may find ourselves either get too caught up in the mind when it comes to this particular person, and that kind of stops things or that makes things difficult, or we maybe are analyzing the situation a little bit too much and that makes things difficult. It could also be a matter here of like not saying something. We are wanting something to happen in a particular way, and so we hold it back, right? We hold back, waiting for them to do something, waiting for them to say something, waiting for them to kind of act on our desire instead of actually taking the action ourselves. And so I see the energy of somebody wanting to connect with you in love over the following week. They're coming forward in a very joyful energy, but they're also coming forward in a jokey energy with the Page of Cups. It's not a very serious, like asking for a relationship. It's not a very serious emotional pour out either. It's just connecting in a fun way, a lighthearted, emotional way. But again, with this sort of Five of Swords energy coming forward here, you may find yourself in a point where you're having a hard time conversating with this person because you're thinking about something that you want when it comes to this connection. You might find a hard time in expressing your mind in general here, or you might have a hard time knowing when to say something, when to push forward, when to take action, when to connect and talk. Because this Ten of Swords, Five of Swords energy comes forward with a strong sense of difficulties in actually communicating together with another. So I do see the opportunity to connect with somebody in love over the following week, somebody who wants to express themselves in a good way, somebody who wants to connect, somebody who wants to be present, but we may just find the need to kind of watch how we're talking to them, how we're connecting with them, what it means to express ourselves during this time as well. We may need to watch that just because this energy is coming forward as something that's a little bit more difficult rather than coming forward as something that is just free flowing when it comes to ideas and communication. So opportunities definitely to connect in love with somebody that feels very present and somebody that feels very joyful, wants to be present, wants to give emotions, but just kind of watching the mind and watching the words is a necessity when it comes to this connection as well. You may have different ideas than this person, you may express yourself differently than this person there too, and then perhaps that could cause issues as well. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now as the $5 Friday readings. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, they start at $5, temperanceandsage.com for a personal reading. We currently do not have anybody in the queue, so if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check it out. Temperanceandsage.com. Temperanceandsage.com for a personal reading. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. So let's go ahead with 614. 614, you'd like to know what it is. Oh, goodness gracious. What is their thoughts and energy towards you currently? So we have the Hermit card coming forward, and the Hermit card is very introspective. So this could be coming forward as a bit more pulled away, a little bit more contemplative than we have as this jumping for joy, passionate, excited energy. The number 9 with the idea of the Hermit, though, does come forward in a space that feels incredibly pulled to your direction, right? It's in the sense of like searching for our manifestation, searching for what we desire, looking for what makes us feel fulfilled. And so their energy can be very open to you in terms of manifestational aspects and desire, but being very contemplative when it comes to thinking about what's the best in terms of moving forward, not only for themselves when it comes to you, but also for you. Like, what is the best way to move forward? Thinking about the pathway and direction ahead. What does that look like to be able to step towards you? What does that look like to mean to connect with you? Is this something that they truly want? What's going to work best for them as well, right? With the idea of the Hermit, it talks about the idea of self-reflection. So really just thinking, what does it look like to connect with you? What does it look like to, make that step forward, the pathway ahead? What does that feel like, in terms of our desires? Does that match our desires, or are we finding ourselves go off in a different path than what's right for us, right? There's that sort of introspective direction that's coming forward here. So their energy is very pulled towards you, but also in this place of curiosity to try to figure out what is the best way and path, in terms of moving forward, specifically in the idea of, is this what I need? Is this moving me forward in the best direction when it comes to you? Or am I finding myself move off in a different track than where I need to be? That's kind of what I see coming forward here through the idea of the Hermit. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. So again, temperanceandsage.com. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, go ahead and check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now, and these are the $5 Friday readings. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. Ugh, why did I do that? Okay. Nope, we're still on for the live for a while. I will be on for the next hour and a half yet. Okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with order number 615. 615, you'd like to know, are they going to try to make an effort and spend more time together? Let us see. So with the Two of Swords coming forward with the Emperor, I would say yes. It does look like they are going to go ahead and try and make an effort to spend some time together here. When we have the Emperor energy coming forward, we're wanting to be present, we're wanting to bring forward value, we're wanting to bring forward structure and trust and security, right? We're wanting to be able to see something move forward and to build up. And the Emperor wants to come ahead in a very respectable way. They're not wanting to really be in a space of playing games. They're not wanting to cause difficulties or issues. This energy really just comes forward in a place of saying, hey, I would like to be present. I would like to be, I would like to take action. I would like to be somebody who gets looked up to, right? And so we want to take very respectable actions in the idea of getting looked up to, right? We want to be in a place of having a sense of like, well thought out actions and kind of just being in a place here of more structure and value. So based on this combination, I would say yes. Now, the Two of Swords does say that again, it's kind of like an active decision. So it is something that maybe kind of has its flows when it comes to moving forward. It may not be always the effort is 110% at all time. Maybe especially here with the Emperor coming forward, it might have to compete with things like work or other ways and directions that they kind of find that respect energy to come forward from, or title and status come forward from. But based on this combination, it does look like they're going to go ahead and try and make an effort to spend more time together. Yes. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. Temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. Let's go ahead and see what is the current dynamic between the two of them for 6/16. So we have the Knight of Cups energy coming forward, and this is kind of like a dreamer-esque aspect. This can say that the current dynamic between the two of them is something that is in the pursuit of desires. Now, when I say desires, it's not desires like if we saw the wands come ahead, where it's like my lusty visions, right? It's not really that sort of energy, but it's more so going after like our dreams. So this can say maybe there's something going on here about the idea of you have some of the qualities that can get me where I want to be. Maybe you know a lot of people in the sector of work that I want to go ahead and work in. And so it's good to have you around because then I can go ahead and connect with you about these things with work and you can get me in touch with these other people. And it just kind of creates a sense of buildup of energy. So there's a sense of like going after dreams or opportunities for dreams or kind of desires, wish fulfillment sort of energy, but it's not necessarily coming forward in the lusty space. Even the idea of the Knight of Cups is technically not anything that has to do with like love itself. The knight is delivering the cup of our dreams, where when we look into the cup, it has our manifestations and desires inside of it. So it's nothing to technically have to do with anything about the idea of like love and relationships. It's more about a dynamic of dream bringing in something that we're looking for, something that we're desiring, something that we're asking for. So you can kind of look at it as like a mutually beneficial relationship that allows them to maybe have some help about going after what they're looking for, wanting, or desiring, manifesting. That sort of direction here is what I would say is the current dynamic between the two of them. Helpful is what I would call it. Helpful in going after dreams or helpful in going after desires. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday readings. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. Alrighty. So, if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, go ahead and check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday reading. So, if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, feel free to check it out, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday reading. Let's go ahead here with 618. 618, you'd like to know, did he call intentionally? Let us see. So with the Nine of Cups coming forward, I would say yes. The Nine of Cups comes forward with a personal desire. It also comes forward with a little bit more of an intentional idea just in general, because it is talking about what would make them feel fulfilled. So what they would think is best to do out of the situation, rather than just allowing something to happen by chance or just kind of go with the flow sort of direction, either or. The Nine of Cups would be a lot more of an intentional energy, because we are trying to figure out what is going to be the best in terms of moving forward, the best action, what would we feel most fulfilled with, what would we feel most comfortable with, right? We're trying to search for the best in the situation, especially when it comes to the number nine. It wouldn't necessarily say that they would think it's best for like you or best for maybe the call itself, but it's more so coming forward with what they think would be good for them to do in the situation. So based on this combination, I would say that it is intentional, yes. And it's coming forward as some like a thought to it, right? Rather than it just being something that has happened by chance. This energy comes forward with thought behind it when it comes to taking the action, making it intentional. So I would definitely say yes, based off of the Nine of Cups coming forward. The Nine of Cups is just kind of a really nice card, because it brings forward the sense of our desire, it brings forward a sense of feeling comfortable, it just kind of makes things flow forward with a really good direction. So I would say yes, based off this card, that the call was intentional. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday reading. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the live personal readings here right now. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, go ahead and check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. These are the $5 Friday readings if you are interested in having one done here today. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the Friday readings. So these are $5. If you are interested in having a personal reading, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. Temperanceandsage.com if you are interested in having a personal reading done on the live here today. I also have other options if you are looking to have a personal reading done in private instead. Check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. Oops. Alrighty, let's go ahead here for personal reading 619. 619, you'd like to know what are their thoughts and feelings. Let us see. Alrighty. So with this combination, it seems like they are maybe a little bit confused here with the Seven of Cups, not quite sure what to think, not quite sure what to do or how to move something forward. The Seven of Cups gives this idea that there's multiple different options or avenues ahead, and them just kind of thinking about the fantasy aspect of all these different ways that something could move forward. And with the Ace of Swords, it seems like they are trying to find the truth, trying to figure out what to do, how to move forward, what is the right way, what is the true possibilities of the situation. And the Five of Cups can be like feeling a little bit held back or feeling a little bit drawn to the past in a bit of a shoulda, coulda, woulda sort of manner. And when we have this sense of like confusions and illusions and fantasies with the Seven of Cups, mixed with the idea of the Five of Cups, it comes from a space, well, oh, I should have maybe taken action before. I should have done something different. I should have done this. I should have done that. Well, if I had done this before, maybe this would have happened instead. And kind of just being in a place of, I wouldn't necessarily say beating themselves up, but kind of beating themselves up in terms of like finding a better direction. The Six of Pentacles comes forward in a space of wanting connection, closeness, value, and structure. So it's them kind of thinking about interacting with you, the interactions that the two of you have had, and trying to find some sort of better direction here with this Ace of Swords on how to move forward, how to connect, and how to see a difference here in terms of like next steps and next directions. So We have priorities come forward. This could be them reflecting with the idea of the 5 of Cups on how maybe they didn't make something a priority before, on how something could have been a little bit of a different priority in terms of like, future aspects. There's the energy of thinking of maybe something could be different here, right? If we're figuring out what needs to work and how we can balance things out and what's the possibilities, they could be thinking about changing their priorities here when it comes to the energy between the two of you. We also have don't let go as well as like can't right now. So this combination comes forward strongly in the idea of I want to make something happen. I want to see something move forward. I want to be able to connect. And I'm thinking and envisioning a way that we can make this happen. So don't let go, but I can't come forward right now, right? There's some sort of difficult energy here, some sort of challenging energy emotionally in finding the best direction ahead or figuring something out clearly that just kind of makes them feel like maybe they can't take action here right now and there needs to be some time before they can come forward. So I really see them strongly thinking about connecting, thinking about moving forward, thinking about creating a sense of flow back and forth in the energy between the two of you, but just kind of being in a little bit of a stuck energy here when it comes to making things happen and moving things forward because they're trying to figure it out emotionally, but just kind of being a little bit stuck. So that's what I would say here when it comes to this combination. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday reading. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com for the $5 Friday readings. We are on 620. 620 would like to know thoughts and feelings for the next 5 days. Let us see. All right. So we do have the energy coming forward of 3 major arcana cards. And so with this combination, there might be a lot of like universal intervention or persuasion, rather than it just being them kind of navigating their own thoughts and feelings. They may be influenced by external sources here that the universe is kind of lined up for them to figure things out and connect with. When we have the devil energy coming forward, it's bringing up a lot of fears. It's bringing up maybe some sort of codependency or isolation aspects. Them really thinking about how maybe the two of you are interacting, or even some limitations around the ways that the two of you can interact. And when we have the idea coming forward here of the Wheel of Fortune, it's them thinking about maybe how there's something stuck in time, or how something's taking a long time to move forward, or something's not really moving ahead with the amount of control that they would like in the situation. And it kind of just makes them feel a little bit stuck. When we have the idea of the Hanged Man coming forward, though, again, there's this sort of like outside perspective that comes ahead here to try to figure out things to be different when it comes to moving forward. So they're trying to think about maybe what you would want in the situation, or maybe thinking about things from your perspective, thinking about things from a third party perspective on what does it look like to move forward? What is the best way to connect? How is the best way to move forward, right? Kind of being in this space of detaching themselves from the situation to see what's better when it comes to moving forward from a third party point of view. So I see them coming forward here in a space that is very much, I want change, thinking about how to create this change, thinking about how to create this difference, and thinking about how to create the opportunity here in terms of moving forward in a new way. But really thinking about the limitation when it comes to the energy between the two of you, and how they want change, they want action, they're feeling this desire for action and change, but also feeling this incredibly restrictive energy here of wanting an opportunity to come forward, but feeling like something's out of their control when it comes to moving ahead. So that's what I would say. If anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out my website, temperanceandsage.com. The link is down below in a pinned comment, as well as in the description box. But these are paid personal readings only. These are not free. These are not for the collective. temperanceandsage.com. if you are interested in having a personal reading here today. Alrighty, let's go ahead here with 621. 621, you'd like to know if you will end the third party situation to pursue yourself. Let us see. So we have the star card coming forward here, and the star card talks about the idea of creation of hope. And so there is the possibility, yes, it's not necessarily 110% guarantee when we see this card come forward, but there is the door opening to have it come forward. This could say that maybe they need a little bit more time and they need to connect with themselves a little bit more. They need to be in a space that's maybe a little bit more in tune with their emotions and just kind of to connect with the self, right? That could be the energy that's coming forward here, needing to connect with the self more. And then the door opening from there allows the hope to come forward, right? Allows the exploration of desire and manifestation to come forward. So this card says that it's true for you, or it is, how do I want to say that? It is, I don't feel like true for you is the best wording, but the door is open, or there is reason for you to move forward with this desire, right? The hope and the exploration opportunity comes forward with the idea of the star. So it's not a guarantee that they are going to leave it, but with time, with energy, with patience, there is the reason for them to leave, right? That's what I'm trying to get across here, that it's not 110%, like they're just automatically going to go ahead and leave, but with time, vulnerability, and kind of the sense of like manifestational desire and hope, there is the possibility of leaving. I would say you're looking at like a 70, 60, 70 sort of direction here. So if anybody is interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com. We are doing the $5 Friday reading. So if you are interested in having a personal reading here today, check out the website, temperanceandsage.com, for the $5 Friday readings. No worries. Thank you as well for allowing me to do your reading for you.